Before the pandemic, before the Great Recession, before one hurricane after another, the United States launched a global war on terrorism, which didn't end terrorism, which itself became endless, and which shattered the myth that a triumphant America could bend the world to its will. But that myth may be roaring back in a more vicious guise. To deflect blame for the pandemic, the White House is targeting a foreign power, China.
It comes from China. That's why. It comes from China.
China bears responsibility for bungling the coronavirus, but it's hardly responsible for the United States becoming the most infected country in the world. Yet the Trump administration has been demonizing China, even suggesting that it might have created the virus.
There is a significant amount of evidence that this came from that laboratory in Wuhan.
He's provided no evidence for this claim, but these accusations could lead the public to blame China for the pandemic.
Saddam Hussein and al-Qaeda.
Much as the George W. Bush administration convinced a majority of Americans that Iraqi leader Saddam Hussein was behind the 9/11 attacks. Going abroad in search of monsters to destroy won't protect Americans. It won't make us any safer. It will risk entangling the United States in a Cold War with the world's #2 power, which will make existing threats worse and create new perils, arms races, even world war. That is the opposite of what we need. Democrats, particularly Joe Biden, and Republicans who put American security first should resist the impulse to out-hawk the hawks. Instead, they should stand on the principle that global threats require a level head and more cooperation. Our country can't afford an unnecessary Cold War, and our people deserve better than the militarism of both political parties that has failed our country for decades, and now puts us on the brink of an even more destructive mistake.